Hey guys, it's Danny from Silvermoon EU. Thought I'd bring you guys a quick guide on Fury Warrior. I did one previously on ARMS, and I thought it was about time I got a guide out there for you guys for Fury. So let's get straight into it. Basics with Fury are the same more or less with ARMS. Stat priority, you want to cap your hit at 7.5%. So you don't dodge any special attacks, and you want to cap your expertise at 7.5% again. After that, your priority is as it was before. It's crit and then mastery. So that's really the priority. Crit is even more important this expansion than it was before, purely because the fact the enrage uptime is optimal to do high DPS. It procs several of our abilities, and so yeah, crit is probably ahead on gemming than strength at this point in time. As you can see, in most of my gems sockets, I've got 320 crit. If I don't have that, I've got 160 crit and hit. And if it's a red socket, I've got 80 strength and 160 crit. So crit is your main stat priority after you've capped your hit and expertise. Next are talents. Talent tree really it's more or less the same as it is in ARMS. I go for Juggernaut, just like the cooldown to be 12 seconds instead of 20. I tend to go for Impending Victory, as second wind and enrage regeneration shouldn't really be needed in PvE. Your healers should be able to keep you up without an issue. If we just have a quick look here, Impending Victory usually hits for about 20k, which is not bad at all. It's pretty decent, and the self-healing on it, it's good. Next, I just leave it as Piercing Hell, depending on the fight and the CC that you require. You can choose between Disrupting Shout and Staggering Shout. It's not really used in a PvE environment in MOP at the moment. Next tier, I go with Dragon Roar. If it's an AoE fight, then I will go with Blade Storm. Otherwise, I stick with Dragon Roar. After that, Safeguard, and 9 times out of 10 I pick Avatar. Bloodbath on certain occasions, on fights, more on AoE fights than anything else, but the burst with Recklessness and your cooldowns and Avatar, it's probably still ahead by quite some time. Glyphs, I usually go with Glyph of Death from Above, reduce the cooldown on your Heroic Leap and increase the damage by 100%. Glyph of Unending Rage increases the rage by 20, and again on AoE fights I tend to go for Glyph of Raging Blow, increases the next whirlwind attack by 10%. You can also go with Glyph of Colossus Smash if no one in your raid can provide the Sunder Armor debuff. If you're charging quite often, Glyph of Bull Rush is good, adds 15 additional rage. So that's the talent side of it. Now a quick basic rotation. Again, your Battle Shout and your Berserker Rage. I tend to Heroic Leap in, Bloodthirst. You want to try using Colossal Smash with a full rage bar if you can, so you can pull your rage and get as many abilities in as you can. Here you've got Taste for Blood, which is not Taste for Blood, Blood Surge, which is procced. I tend to use that and give it priority over a Raging Blow proc, because especially with the Colossal Smash debuff up, you can get quick succession of Wild Strikes in instead of a Raging Blow, and the damage is pretty significant. So the priority really is you wanna use Bloodthirst on every cooldown, because Bloodthirst or Colossus Smash is what enrages you. Try timing your Colossus Smash with a full rage bar like I have here, so I can get Colossus Smash. I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 abilities in there, so I'm making use of the debuff and trying to maximize my damage within that window. Wild Strike is a priority. Well, I use it as a priority if it procs, if the Blood Surge procs, and if it doesn't, then you've got your Raging Blow, which does a ton of damage at the moment, so I tend to go with that. And if Blood Surge hasn't procced and you're not enraged, then Wild Strike is still pretty decent to use. You can use Heroic Strike, but I usually time that with Deadly Calm, as it is quite an expensive ability. So that's basically the main rotation. You really want to be using your DPS cooldowns depending on the fight. I usually pop my Avatar, my Recklessness all in the beginning, and I have them up again for Execute phase. Now the Execute phase is sub 20%. Your rotation priority then becomes Bloodthirst off every cooldown, Execute, and try to pull as much rage as you can before you use Colossus Smash, and you should be able to get a couple of Executes in there, which should give you a ton of damage as it does hit like a truck. Everything else is kind of more or less the same as ARMS is. I would say if you get good weapons and as your gear starts scaling, Fury is pretty good, but overall the damage is quite significantly good. The AoE damage is fairly decent. As you can see, Raging Blow does hit for a significant amount, and do use Dragon's Roar off cooldown, but make sure you do not use it while you have a Colossal Smash debuff up, as Dragon's Roar avoids all armor anyway, so it would just be a waste in using it with your Colossal Smash debuff up. Anyway guys, any questions, please just message me, and I shall get back to you as soon as I can. Many thanks. Bye.